Hi, boys and girls. Today's warm-up is based off of Mickey Mouse's birthday. So Mickey Mouse's birthday was on November 18th in 1928. Mickey Mouse made his first on-screen appearance. He starred in a Walt Disney film called Steamboat Willie that was shown at the Colony Theater in New York City. Steamboat Willie was the first talking animated cartoon picture. So your prompt for today is write about your favorite animated cartoon. It can be one you saw in a movie theater or one you watched on TV. Give the names of the characters and describe things that happened and tell why this cartoon is your favorite. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about making predictions. And so on the next page of your journal, I want you to write making predictions for your journal, and you're going to be taking notes. So anything in red, you're going to take notes over for today. So how well do you predict? We all make predictions on a daily basis. We might predict on what's going to be in the cafeteria for lunch. Or, for example, how long will today's lesson be? Or which team will win the Super Bowl next year? So what is a prediction? Predictions are the connecting links between prior knowledge, what we already know, and new information in the text. And remember, if I go too quick, you can always pause the video to take your notes. Your brain loves it. The brain seeks meaning by organizing words, numbers, and ideas into meaningful patterns. Humans look for the pattern and want to fill in the missing pieces. Qualities of predictions. Predictions are related to inferring, of course, but we predict outcomes, events, or actions that are confirmed or contradicted by the end of the story. Inferences are more open-ended and may remain unresolved when the story comes to a close. So why do we predict? When you make predictions, your understanding increases and you are more interested in what you are reading. So when we're predicting, we access your topic and text structure knowledge. Set a purpose for reading. Be motivated. Read to confirm and contradict your prediction. So we're taking everything we already know with what we're currently reading. And as we continue to read throughout a story, our predictions can change, just like the mood of a story. So we can continuously make new predictions to continue our interest in what we're reading. Predicting as a strategy that uses pictures, titles, headings, text, and personal experiences to make predictions about a text before reading that activates and builds background knowledge. So making predictions. During reading, you can refine, revise, and verify predictions, so they're constantly changing. Skilled readers are good detectives and constantly think about, confirm, and revise predictions through their reading. Making predictions while reading keeps you actively engaged in the reading process. Through engagement, comprehension can flourish. Through the use of predictions, you will stay motivated and focused on your reading, which in turn supports your reading comprehension. So how to predict before reading? Well, it's easy. First, look at the title of what you're going to read. Then, look at any images that might be on the cover, inside the reading, anywhere around it. Next, think about what you already know, that prior knowledge piece. And then finally, make a prediction. So then how to predict while I'm reading, while I'm going through the story? First of all, think about what you've already read so far. Identify key ideas and major events that are happening. Decide on what you think will happen next based on what you have already read. So again, your prediction is not just a one and all be all prediction for the whole reading. Your predictions can change throughout the story. And then finally, how to check predictions. Well, look back at your predictions and decide if they were correct or not. And then finally, discuss with a peer. Or sometimes like in class, we might discuss it as well. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you one or two examples of some predictions.
There's the official Hawaiian state bird, the nene. And the state fish, the humu humu, nuku nuku, akua. And the pineapple.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. So again, just showing y'all one or two examples of even with a visual, like a movie, in this case, where we can make predictions as things are happening throughout the story. So what we're going to get ready to do now is you should download the predictions handout that's in today's folder lesson, because we're going to begin practicing making predictions with the introduction and the first episode of Mars Patel. The Unexplainable Disappearance of Mars Patel is a high-quality serial mystery story for middle graders performed by actual kids. Think Goonies meets Spy Kids meets Stranger Things. Listen along as 11-year-old Mars Patel and his pals, JP, Toothpick, and Caddy, set out on an audacious adventure in search of two missing friends. The mysterious tech billionaire Oliver Pruitt might have a thing or two to say about their quest, because as he likes to say, to the stars. In fact, that's just where they might be headed. Okay? So on your predictions page, you should download and save to your computer so you can type in it. If you want to print it at home, that's fine too. But wherever you're saving it, either on your computer in your ELA folder on your computer, or if you have it printed, please keep it saved in a nice place, because you're going to be doing these predictions and reflections for every episode. And at the end of season 1, you'll be submitting this for a grade, so don't lose it. So what I want you to do now is I'm going to play the introduction, and as you're listening, I want you to write down your prediction about what you think this podcast is mostly going to be about.
Have you ever wondered what you would do if your friends went missing?
5 days since Aurora disappeared. She isn't responding to texts or calls.
Why, you're just a kid. What could you do?
She said she'd be right out, and then she wasn't.
What would it really take to bring them back?
It still doesn't make any sense. What is it done? What happened to Aurora?
Subscribe to The Unexplainable Disappearance of Mars Patel on iTunes.
All right. So now you're going to write down, after listening, making a prediction of what you think is about to happen next. And then you're going to listen to podcast 1, episode 1 of Mars Patel. And so when you're done, then you're going to write a reflection over episode 1. And then how did your prediction reflect what actually happened in the episode from the intro and episode 1? Following that, moving forward, you will do a prediction first before you listen to an episode, and then do a reflection after the episode. So you'll be doing one of each for every episode moving forward. Okay, so season 1, episode 1, Code Red for Mars Patel is called Code Red. And so if you're looking for the podcast, this is what it looks like. So if you have a podcast on that you want to use, you're welcome to use it. So I'm going to record this and have it saved in the Schoology folder for you to listen to independently from the lesson. If you have podcasts on your phone or you have Spotify, you can use it, save this, and you can listen on your own device. Again, when you're done, make sure you do your episode 1 reflection after listening to episode 1 in a moment.